In this video, I'll be walking you through how to complete the challenge missions for Hell in Mecha BREAK. As always, you start with the tutorial missions that will teach you the basics. Make sure you know how to activate all of the abilities and how your main gun works as best as possible, as the full kit is going to be used in the challenge phases. Once the tutorial is complete, navigate to the Challenge tab at the top of the screen and go into Hells. The first mission has you take out all 40 enemies within the designated time. They do not all spawn at once, so you must clear each wave before proceeding to the next one. Your reflector drones are going to be your best friends here, as some of the enemies will be going in and out of cover. And by deploying them on the side, like in the tutorial, you can pretty easily take them out. The time limit is not too strict here, but your target priority will be to use your long-range mode for the further back and higher health targets, and your short-range beam will clear everything else. Remember that the shorter range beam does chain to enemies, so by mainly focusing the highest health target, it will spread around and clear the full wave easily. The second mission is a bit tougher. You must prevent the enemies from capturing beacons. You should not try to kill any of the enemies here, and instead just focus on interrupting their caps or baiting the enemies out so they cannot capture the beacons. You will spawn in an elevated tower-like structure where you can see 2 beacons. There are actually 3 beacons though, and the last one will spawn behind you later in the round. It can be a little tough to survive here, because the enemies will be doing a lot of damage, but luckily, you can just place your reflector drone in a convenient location to hit them around corners. Remember, you just need to do 1 tick of damage to them to interrupt their capping. For my runs, I also found that baiting the Hurricane and later the Panther was a really good strategy. If I got close enough to them, they would usually chase me around and wouldn't be trying to capture beacons. Tricera wouldn't really follow me around, and it does so much damage that it is best to just interrupt it around the corner with the reflector drone. Finally, for this mission, the Panther will try to brawl you, so make use of your trap drones to stun it.
Challenge success.
The third mission requires some trickery with your deception kit. You need to activate all 3 beacons within the time limit, but the enemies will be shooting and interrupting you. The easiest way to clear this is to first fly off to the right side with the Panther. Once you lock onto it, activate the deception kit and immediately boost over to the left beacon. Being disguised as Panther lets you take it without being interrupted by the Lumine or the Tricera. If you don't get this beacon first try, I do recommend just resetting the level because it may make the end much more time constrained. If you do activate it, dash back towards the center or until the Panther bot locks onto you. Drop a trap drone and wait for the Panther to get all the way over to you. Once it gets stuck in the first drone, dash over to the right side beacon as fast as possible while dropping the rest of your trap drones on the way. This should hopefully buy you enough time to cap its beacon without getting interrupted. The final beacon is tough because the Tricera will not leave its post, and the Lumine will be hitting you with damage over time drones. Because of this, you cannot transform into either of them, and need to become the Panther again. Panther should just be chilling around its original beacon, so just like the first time, lock onto it to get the disguise, then rush to the final beacon and cap it. Now, a couple things to think about during this mission. Activating any abilities while in disguise will temporarily disable the disguise. While disguised as a teammate, both the Tricera and the Lumine will actually heal you whenever you get to lower health. And finally, don't focus on killing the enemies. The mission is much easier to clear just by being stealthy.
Challenge success.
The fourth mission asks you to defeat a Tricera and a Panther. To clear it easily, firstly, deploy one reflector drone right in between the two posts Tricera hides behind, and immediately start shooting it with your long-range mode. The beam should reflect to the side and be hitting the Tricera. As you do this, also spam out your trap drones without moving down from the spawn location. Whenever the Panther tries to get close, it will just get stunned and fall to the ground. If you have all of the trap drones deployed, you should just be able to kill the Tricera before the Panther breaks free from all of them. After this, the Panther fight is a little bit tricky, but basically, you just want to be running from it at all times while dropping trap and reflector drones as you back up. Use the short range mode to be hitting it while it's freely moving, and then switch to your scoped mode whenever it gets stunned for maximum damage.
Challenge success.
Finally, the fifth mission. You, a Tricera, and a Lumine need to defeat 6 enemy strikers that spawn in batches of 2. The biggest tip for this mission is to make sure your entire team stays alive. The Tricera tends to go down pretty quick against the Welkin and Hurricane, so if it does die, just reset the mission entirely. It's nearly impossible to clear without the extra damage from them. Drop trap drones around your fighting area to trap the Welkin when it comes into brawl, and use reflector drones against the Hurricane to hit it consistently with your long-ranged mode. The next spawns will be a Sky Raider and a Falcon. The Sky Raider tends to fly around the ground, so it is super susceptible to trap drones. But for the Falcon, it's best to just free aim at it with the short range mode until it dies. Your ally Tricera will do a lot of heavy lifting here. The final 2 spawns are a Pinaka and an Inferno. Again, drop your traps around to stun them, and just do damage in any way possible. Be mindful of the Pinaka walls and the Inferno as a whole, because you can die very quickly if you aren't careful. But your Lumine should be giving you lots of healing, so don't worry too much.
Challenge success.
Congrats! You should now have acquired the Wily Overlord title. Hopefully, my tips and tricks were able to help you on your clears. If you found any other ways to beat it, please share them in the comments, and don't forget to drop a like or subscribe for the algorithm. I would really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and if you're interested in more clear guides, you might like one of the other videos on screen now.